who is the social secretary. He is the Department of Family Medicine. President, Federal Medical Center, Jabi Association of...
Especially the case of assault and stripping naked of a female medical doctor on duty by patient relatives in Maitama District Hospital on the 9th of January 2020 by Dr. Ebe Phillips Uche, Chairman NMA FCT. The Nigerian Medical Association FCT wishes to express her displeasure on the assault, battery, and threat to life to the point of stripping naked her female member while carrying out her lawful duty of saving lives at the Maitama District Hospital. NMA FCT condemns this recurrent and frequent abuse, assault, and molestation of doctors and health workers in FCT hospitals by patient relatives. A handful of patient relatives have developed penchant of taking laws into their hands whenever they are dissatisfied or the management is at variance with their perceived misconceptions. This particular case was that of a chronic illness or a chronic medical condition that was giving standard quality care comparable to best practices. Unfortunately, the patient did not respond adequately and died. In the course of management, patient relatives had insisted on blood transfusion, which was not required because the blood volume was normal and would further complicate the present condition, leading to mismanagement. The relatives had threatened to kill the doctor for refusing their request despite adequate counseling and explanation. They indeed came to make good their promise by molesting the female doctor and stripped her naked at broad daylight at her duty post. This indeed is terrible and unacceptable. This is akin to me as a gynecologist getting into the theater to save life after I battled for that life probably for 1 to 3 hours. And I walk out of the theater and the patient relative beats me up. I mean, it's not acceptable. We are only there to save lives. We are not God. While we sympathize with the relatives, it should be noted that there are appropriate channels to follow if one is dissatisfied rather than taking laws into their hands. NMFCT supports wholeheartedly the collaboration between AREFCTA and the MD of Maitama District Hospital in the arrest for the culprit and making sure she was charged to court the next day. And case has been adjourned to February 25th, 2020 for further hearing. NMA FCT henceforth will actively engage in supporting her member to seek justice and enforce their fundamental human rights, even if it means getting to the highest court of the land to make sure that the justice is served and to serve as a deterrent to patients and their relatives, as well as protect the lives of our members in and outside workplace. However, NMFCT members are also pledging that despite these occurrences, they will, as they have already taken the oath, to protect, to treat, and to save lives as doctors. NMFCT demands that the considered authorities at different levels, the medical directors and the hospital management, the general manager, hospital management board, the honorable secretary, health and human service secretariat, MDs of all the other hospitals in the FCT should, as a matter of urgency, institute workable mechanisms to prevent further occurrences of this dastardly act on health workers. NMFCT call on the Honorable Minister of FCT, Malam Muhammadu Bello, to deploy appropriate security measures to protect the lives and properties of FCT citizens, including health workers, who are at risk on their duty posts. NMFCT is also supporting and carrying out either a protest rally or a down tool to prove further how unsatisfied we are that patients and patient relatives are now beginning to assault doctors in their various hospitals, that the hospital is no longer a place of safety for the health workers. NMFCT wishes to state clearly here that we reassure our members, particularly the doctors, that the doctor that was molested and assaulted, that we are all at your disposal to support and defend you till justice is served. Thank you very much, and God bless you. You strip naked in broad daylight where she works. if you were the one, I mean, you would want to, I mean, keep your identity, and you don't want to come out to the open. So as you can see, she's not here, and it is not. Okay, sorry. Okay, are you talking about the victim? I mean, we arrested her, and it's on bail. Yes.
The case was taken to court on Friday last week, and the accused was granted bail.
So it's not here.
The accused is not.
But you are free to speak to the accused
Very free to speak to the accused.
if you find out where she is.
Well,
But if you have the name, give
the
them.
accused name, her name is, well, it's actually one of the accused.
Very clever enough to wait when she was walking alone towards another part of the hospital and attacked her on the way. So by the time the doctors and security could come down there, they've already committed their act. So that is the reason. Otherwise, it would not have happened. It happened spontaneously in a jiffy. So before the security and the other doctors and people around could come to stop it, it had already taken place.